The archipelago, a collection of islands on which life, the heartbeat of true biodiversity, a spread of vast, lush greenery in which natural forests function as the lungs of the earth, as a purifier for the air in which man breathes to extend life. The archipelago is also a stretch of land rich in trees of wisdom, rich in tales of man's harmony with nature, rich in stories of those who refuse to be conquered nor seek to conquer nature, but rather provide love and care wholeheartedly to protect and preserve the earth that gave them a chance to live. We as humans can learn a lot from the examples of local conservation approaches towards nature. This nation truly possesses an extraordinary treasure of ecological intelligence, a treasure of cultural sensitivity emerging from simple day-to-day routines, emerging out of concrete actions which are applicable and easy to emulate. The archipelago passed on a culture proven to have significant impact on the durability of an environment and an ecosystem. Ecological culture of the archipelago has a long-rooting tradition. Inscriptions which is found around Waterford in Java recalled that during the 9th century there have been a formation of community organization which managed different ecological functions. At the time, a village government consists of citizens that is appointed astronomers that determine the time of planting rice. Also irrigation and rice field officials, and Makalamkang, that is the village barn manager, so too the Tuhalas or forestry officials. Such organization system gave a basic model and became an example of organization structure for sustainable farming practices. On the walls of Borobudur Temple, we can also witness live early documentaries of man's harmony with nature. There we will find a series of reliefs depicting people plowing rice fields using buffaloes. On the 8th century-old temple wall, exposed at least 30 species of fauna, those of which had lived on the island of Java, as well as those that had never lived on the island before. On the edge of the archipelago's westlands around Ulumasen, Aceh, some local citizens to this moment still practice traditional knowledge in order to protect the forest. Such traditions resembles the combination of holy verses with the art of local communication in maintaining nature. When each footstep is swung towards the entrance of the woods, a traditional greeting is recited. Assalamu alaikum, O you who we care for, O you who we love, allow us to enter your place. In Ulumasen, conserving nature and respecting the forest is a form of worship. Aceh residents use what they call mukim, a system which regulates conservation and protection of an area. Such regulation system outlines which of the forest products may be taken and which may not, which of the forest may be entered and which are prohibited. At another time and place, deep in the jungles of Jambi, local tribes place trees as part of their identity. They would drop sap of Sentubung tree to the hair or the sap of Songoris tree to the forehead of a newly born baby. Then the tradition destines that as the child grows, it becomes his duty to take care of the tree until he reaches adulthood. When he has grown to his last years of life, or has reached death, the obligation of caring for the tree is passed on to his family. Such practices reflect the understanding of Rimba people about conservation of forest as a valuable part of their life. The sky is a roof, the earth is a floor, and that it is their custom in their forest. As such are their beliefs. Crossing to the east of the archipelago, around the areas of Merauke in Papua, we are able to gain inspirations on ecological management from the tribes of Marin Anim. There we will find that each tribe possesses a specific conservative duty. The conservation of coconut is the duty of the Gebzi clan, whereas conservation of sago trees, as well as the task of keeping the fauna, is handled by Mahuze clan. The Basik clan took care of keeping wild pigs, and the preservation of kangaroo is in the hands of Samakaki clan. For birds, the clan of Keze is held responsible, whereas Yolman clan sustained eagle breeds. In Bali, the system of Subak teaches us about optimal procedures of water distribution to the rice field. The traditional irrigation method shows a complex ecological and social system and a high level of competency in organizing citizens to produce social unity. In the traditional system of Subak, water plays a central role. There, citizens recite prayers to assure water can thoroughly flow to areas around the rice fields. Pura is also a place to share information about crop and pest amongst citizens, a place where scheduling of planting and irrigation takes place. Pura provides authority for social coordination that all citizens can abide to one integrated ecological system. On the island of Borneo, the tribe of Jayani Dayak taught us happiness in its simplest meaning. They preach happiness as simple as finding a shrimp on a floating leaf along the riverbanks. The feeling of happiness comes as having fish in the waters and having animals in the forest. A simple and frank definition of happiness indeed. Discussing inspirational local policies that are scattered across the archipelago would be endless, be it the documented local inspirations or the undocumented. Such inspirations enlighten happiness and pride. The archipelago is a place where we, humans, can re-educate and sharpen our senses in order to behave in an environmentally friendly manner which reflects harmony with nature. On the stretch of this country, to care for nature is not merely a matter of logic nor analysis. In this earthly preserved country, conservation is viewed as a spiritual command. In the archipelago, conservation of nature is an activity of countless happiness.